What up, guys? Carolina Jackpot coming at you Saturday afternoon. What a wild day of college football. Well, not really a wild day. I wouldn't say there's been any monumental upsets or nothing like that today, but some things really just haven't gone the way that I thought they would have. My picks against the spread, they stink like you know what, man. I'm telling you, I may have gotten 2 right so far. And that's like out of 10 or 12 games. That includes last night's games, man. God. Virginia Tech disappointed me. Cal, the Golden Bears, disappoint me. The other night, who was it? Navy disappoint me. Let daggone Memphis come back on you. What in the world, man? Only team that's really done me right is Penn State. I love the great state of Pennsylvania. Love it. Love traveling there. Love the lottery tickets. Love the way the football team's playing right now because they're winning a little bit of cash for me. Other teams aren't. Halftime has been over with, and Clemson was 14-14 with UNC. And I went in the store, and I assumed when I got back out it'd be like dang 28-14 because when I went in, halftime had just gotten over with, and the second half had just gotten underway. No. There's like 6 minutes left now in the third quarter, and it's still 14-14, but y'all better get on the ball. You better get on the ball or you're going to get beat. You keep on letting them hang around and hang around and hang around, you're going to get beat. When you're playing on the road like that, that's not good, letting the home team hang with you for that long, especially when they're that big of an underdog. But if it happens, it happens. And I'm not going to make a video laughing at you or anything like that. I'm not. But anyway, Gamecocks, Clemson will win, but they're still not playing well. Tonight, Gamecocks versus Kentucky, 7:30 p.m. on the SEC Network. This is a big game. This is a big game for a home game for South Carolina. It feels weird this week. Some stuff's happened. Jamias Williams transferred out earlier in the week. He put himself into the transfer protocol. And I'm not happy about that. I don't want to see Jam leave. I like the guy. If you ever listened to his interviews and have heard him talk personally, I mean, he's a really good kid. He's smart. He represented the University of South Carolina well. People want to give a knock on him because of his height. Well, you know what? There's small receivers that he can cover. But unfortunately in college, most of them are guys that he's not able to cover, and he was just at a disadvantage. I always thought that it would have been better served on special teams or moving over to the offense in a slot receiver position, but all I ever saw was that Muschamp said Jam wants to play safety, Jam wants to play quarterback. Well, you know what? Sometimes maybe Jam don't need to make the decisions. Maybe y'all need to be making the decisions because you are the coaching staff, correct? You're supposed to be running this thing like a business. You're not running it like a business, not making good business decisions. But he's gone, so hopefully nobody else leaves. But nowadays with this transfer protocol, anybody can leave at any time they want to. It's just pretty much wide open. The college football world is changing quickly. Kentucky, 7:30 p.m. tonight. We're 3-point favorites. I'm pretty scared about the quarterback situation, and it's been this way for a while. South Carolina's never really cultivated a backup quarterback. And this is not just a Will Muschamp thing. This goes back to before him when Spurrier was there. He never really cultivated a true backup. After Dylan Thompson was Connor Shaw's backup, and you never really knew who Dylan Thompson's backup was. They never really played. And then we went through a litany of crappy quarterbacks in that 2015 season. Then Muschamp gets there. He puts Jake Bentley in charge. And nobody else ever sees any action, ever. Thank God last year that Michael Scarnecchia had the football know-how and had been with the team and the program so long that despite limited game action, he was still able to go out there and win a game against Missouri. But now, though, thank God, though, with them never playing a backup quarterback, they hardly ever had injury situations with the starting quarterbacks. Might have been sometimes that starting quarterback needed to be yanked, but they didn't. And give anybody else some reps. But now the injury bug has really bitten this year. First, Jake Bentley goes down. Then Ryan Holinsky. I mean, his arm's all tore up. I mean, who knows what's going to happen tonight with him, right? Will Muschamp says he's fine. He's practiced fine. He's been fine. We all know that Will Muschamp has already been proven to be a liar. I don't believe a damn thing that he says. This man is a snake oil salesman, a snake charmer, a used car salesman, whatever you want to call him. I don't believe a word of a Baptist preacher on there crying on the air. You know, back in the day, remember like when old Jim Baker would be on there crying on PTL, trying to get you to give him and Tammy Faye, send them in $100 to help build Heritage USA. That's what he's like. He's like, you know, like a lying TV preacher, like Jimmy Swaggart or something like that. You know, but so the injury deals. I mean, who knows? Who knows? But we do know that DeCarrion Jordan's injured tonight. He's not going to be available to play. So Jay Urich from right around here at Wren High School in Piedmont, South Carolina, is going to be the backup quarterback. This guy moved to wide receiver after last year. He did see some action last year, I think, against UT Chat in the game before the Clemson game. So, you know, if he has to get in there, I mean, we're in trouble, I would think. But then again, who knows? Kentucky, are they a good team? No. Are they decent? Yeah, they're decent. I mean, serviceable. They're 2-2, 2 wins against MAC teams at home. Kind of a embarrassing loss on the road last week at Mississippi State. Didn't really play very well. They gave up a lot of rushing yards to Kylan Hill, plays for Mississippi State. So we know that we can run the ball on them, and we know that Holinsky's arm is hurt. So please, can we run the freaking ball tonight? Because I think that may be the key to victory, is just running the freaking ball. Because we got like 5,000 running backs. We don't just have Rico Dowdle and Tavian Feaster. We have Mon Denson, who's played well for us. We have Kevin Harris, who's played well for us. Let's run the damn ball and just see where it goes. Okay. You know, other than that, Kentucky on defense, are they good? Not really. I mean, they're led by Trash Daniel, linebacker, wears his old grease all over his face, you know, trying to play Billy Badass. Looks like Tarzan, plays like Jane. He'd never seen an ankle he didn't like to try to twist and break off at the bottom of a pile. You know, he's garbage. You know, hopefully our offensive line eats him for breakfast, lunch, and dinner tonight, and saves a little bit for brunch next week, because he deserves it. The guy's an ass. And Mark Stoops, head coach, they got the coaching advantage. Obviously, Will Muschamp is an idiot. Will Muschamp, last week, we were at a disadvantage being out-coached by Barry Odom at Missouri. Anybody's a better coach. Jeremy Pruitt's a better coach. Hell, the coach at Furman's a better coach than Will Muschamp. But just tonight, please, just figure out some way to at least bring your B game. Let's not have to pretend that we got to throw the ball 75 times a game to win the thing. We can pound the rock on Kentucky just like Mississippi State did and win. Mississippi State mixed a little pass in there, and they beat them, okay? That's what we need to do tonight. Focus. Quit thinking about this 5-game-in-a-row streak garbage. Just go out there and play fundamentally sound football. On defense, our defensive line can eat that quarterback up. That Sawyer Brown guy, he's thrown 4 interceptions this year, along with the 4 touchdown passes he's thrown. We can cause him some problems, but you guys cannot shoot yourselves in the foot like you did last week at Missouri. That J.J. Kingsley Ingabare that plays defensive line for us sacked Kelly Bryant on when they went for it on 4th and goal. It was a great play. What's he do? Like 5 minutes later, he gets a stupid personal foul penalty, tap somebody on top of the helmet. I mean, just dumb stuff like that. Don't do dumb stuff. Play fundamentally sound, and I think you'll beat these guys. Did I lay points with you in my pick'em? No, I didn't. I laid my points with Kentucky, and I'm not changing it. I still think if we win this game, I think it's going to be by 1 damn point. But I think we're going to win it. I hope we're going to win it anyway. If we don't, I may get a little bit perturbed. I'll see y'all after the game. Peace, and I'm out. Go Gamecocks. Go freaking Gamecocks.